Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. My name is Steve. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Today, I am joined again by my wife, Lindsay, and we are going to be reacting to the top 10 British words you're saying wrong. I think I have a general idea of what a couple of these words could be, but there's no way I can come up with 10 British words that I'm probably saying wrong. I think maybe tomato versus tomato could possibly be on here. But beyond that, I really can't think of how we could be saying certain words incorrectly.
Also, is it really wrong?
Well,
It's just a different accent,
well,
really.
that's partly true, but
Although enunciation and pronunciation, I guess,
right,
would be.
right, and there is something to be said that English did come technically from that part of the world.
Yeah.
So they are closer. If you're in the UK, you are closer to the origination of the
Yeah,
language.
I guess that's true.
But over time, all languages in all sorts of different pockets of the world change based off of for different reasons. And so we obviously have quite a few different variations in what we call certain items and things like that. But I think this is going to specifically be about the same. We say the same word, but we just say it differently. I believe. I don't really know for sure if that's what we're
Like
getting
the
at.
way you say the vowel, or
Like tomato versus tomato,
Yeah.
but I'm not 100% sure if that is what this is, but I think it is. But I guess we'll find out. But Lindsay has been really excited to kind of look into kind of the vocabulary type
Yeah.
stuff. She,
I really like words and accents and
yeah.
just everything to do with that. So.
She almost went to school to be a librarian. She worked in library growing up. She absolutely just loves libraries, loves books. She loves words, vocabulary, all that sort of thing. And she's a very, very great, she's a great writer. Propping you up a little bit, but what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I'm actually wearing my beanie from, I think it's the national.
Barry.
Yes,
Barry
from Barry, but it's from the national English football team, I believe it was. Which this is the first, wearable item I received from the UK. I've also got a shirt over there, Oxford shirt I haven't wore yet, but I'm gonna wash that pretty soon. But super excited. This thing is super toasty and cozy. And if anybody's been following me on my channel, quite a while, they know how much I love my beanies or toboggans during the winter months, because as everyone knows, I have a shaved head and it can get very, very, very chilly here. So toboggans or beanies are a lifesaver, and absolutely love them. So yeah, but what else? Do we have anything else we want to say before we get started?
Packages.
Oh yeah,
We do have a bunch of packages that have been sent. They didn't get lost, and we didn't forget about them.
no,
Sophia's just been a little under the weather.
Sophia's got a pretty bad cold. She had it for a few days, but she seems to be getting better. So hopefully in the next few days we can do a package opening video. We're really excited to.
She's excited too.
Yeah, that's why.
Right now they're stacked on our kitchen table.
That's why we're going to hold off, because she would be heartbroken if we didn't do that with her. And
you guys probably would be too, because I think they like seeing.
We were going to before Thanksgiving. We had a few packages, and we were like, well, maybe right after Thanksgiving we'll get a few more in, and we can go ahead and just do more, have a bigger package open in one video. And then quite a few came in after Thanksgiving. I think we got 10 or 12 or something like that. But this should be really exciting. And we're also excited to try some things here soon. Once Sophia gets better in the next few days, we plan on jumping into something, maybe Marmite, possibly.
Beans on toast.
Yeah, something like that. We don't know, but we're going to start trying stuff soon again. We would have already, but Sophia kind of got under the weather and whatnot. But anyways, I think that's it for now.
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and jump into this.
Oh, I got my headphones.
The top 10 British words you're saying wrong.
Okay.
This list, we're looking at words that have distinctly different pronunciations across the pond. Anyway, we're obviously having a bit of a laugh here, so let's not turn the comment section into World War III now, shall we? Honestly, some of us Brits, including me myself, say these wrong too, so no hard feelings, right? Number 10, tomato.
Yeah, I knew that would be there.
Words can cause more confusion than you'd think.
You like tomato?
And you like tomato? The two ways to say tomato are one of the most prominent differences, thanks in part to the 1937's Let's Call the Whole Thing Off, a duet originally performed by Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers for the film
Oh.
Dance. The song features different pronunciations as a main
I
part of
recognize
the
that.
lyrics, including those for tomato. Simple a word as it is, it's one of the most common words to be lost in translation, with Brits abroad often having to adopt the American tomato just to be understood.
My name is really Tom Ado.
Tomato.
Number 9.
So
Okay. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, I knew both versions, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think I learned it from whatever song he's talking about. That because I remember
that song.
that from childhood or something. I don't know how it goes, but I just, like, why else would I know people use the term
Well,
tomato?
because the thing, tomato.
Yeah, but I think that came from that song. I believe that did. I don't really know for sure, but I'm guessing most people that are from the UK or Ireland or maybe other areas in Europe probably use tomato.
Here, I feel like if you said it like that, everyone would think you're very pretentious.
Yeah.
It would come across way different.
Yeah, and I think it would obviously come across way different to a lot of people in the UK as well, using the opposite way. But tomato is how I say it usually.
Tomato.
Tomato. All right. Okay. Okay. Before we start, how do you say this?
Bald.
I say bald.
What would you say? Bald?
I don't know how.
How
Bald.
else is there to say it?
Bald. Bald.
Bald?
Bowed. I don't know.
We'll see.
I literally don't know how you'd say that any differently. Bald.
Bald.
Bold. Bold?
For whatever reason, it's common in America to pronounce this word as though it was spelt with an O and not with an A, which led to some confusion.
Bold?
You don't want to accidentally insult someone who's sensitive about their hairline just because you didn't hear something correctly, after all. The American pronunciation of bald has more in common with the British pronunciation of bald. I mean, is someone
hear a
talking about their hair? Or
Don't hear a difference.
formatting? This is to do with the natural way
Bold?
language evolves.
Okay.
Sounds often getting shorter, but it can still prove tricky.
Okay.
All right.
I say bald.
I say bald.
Bald.
And that-
for, like, the head.
He said that Americans use the O, and I'm like, I've never heard American use the O. He was saying it with
bold.
an O. Bold would be
like
that's bold. Like
the
you're
formatting for
right.
text. Bold or your
how he was saying it sounded like an O.
yeah.
Bold. And how we say it is bald, which
Bald.
sounds it's like ball, like a
Yeah.
basketball, a soccer ball, or a football, and bald. So I don't quite understand if he how do people in the UK say that? Because if he's saying that,
I didn't hear a difference with bald and bold to him.
me neither. I didn't hear any difference at all. I heard it sounded like bold and bold. So I have no idea. Like, okay, so he's saying that Americans say it with an O.
Yeah, but I don't think I do.
I don't need. You have to say it.
Bald.
Bald. It's like, and then you say it the same way, but take out the D.
Ball.
Ball. You're saying the same way you would say
Bald.
football or so.
Bold.
But he's saying it bold, which is with the O.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. Let's move on.
Let us know in the comments, guys. I'm so confused on this one now because the way he said it sounded like the way I would expect you guys would probably say it. But he's saying technically that's the way we would say it. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. Anyway, let's continue.
Number 8, vase.
And don't worry about the vase.
What vase?
That vase.
Actual linguistic studies have been conducted on different ways people can pronounce this word, whether it's said vase like Mars or vase like haze generally.
I don't say that.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
the
that's
British
interesting.
version.
All right. So I was going to say, I think you're probably going to say the same thing. He used Z in both.
Vase.
Vase and vase.
And I don't know of anyone who says vase. Vase, like
Or-
with an S.
Or vase. We say vase.
Sometimes sometimes I will catch myself saying that. I don't know why.
I say
Sometimes I
vase,
vase,
a vase.
but vase is what most people.
And that's something that I think is something about American English. Some people will say there's no such thing as American English, but I mean, we say things different, but we're still used to the English language. So technically it would be American versus British English. It's just kind of what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
And we generally say things more as
we see them.
As we see them. It's very straightforward. If there's an S, most likely we're going to pronounce the S.
Yeah. I mean, there's exceptions, but for the most part, I feel like it's a more what you see is what you get.
Right. Like it says VASE. So it's
Vase.
vase.
Yeah.
Now, I could technically, I just don't know where the Z comes from. The Z sound.
Number 7, leisure.
Hey there.
Leisure.
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 Reporting for leisure, sir.
Since visits across to other countries are often for this purpose, be that a holiday or a vacation, it's not surprising that this particular word can cause head scratches. It can be
Yeah,
an
that's
especially
strange.
weird difference for people who don't speak English as a first language too, looking to get to grips with the national variations. In America, you'll almost always hear people say leisure.
Leisure.
Like it's got an extra E hidden somewhere, while in the UK
Yeah.
it's more like leisure, as if the I isn't there at all.
Yeah.
With both versions seeming
Interesting.
to ignore the actual spelling, it's no wonder this word can be an annoyance. Number 6, mobile.
Oh, I was going to stop it.
There aren't just
And
different
see how I sound.
pronunciations
Yeah.
of mobile. Usually
I knew
mobile
that one.
versus mobile, but there are many different ways to actually use the word itself. In the UK, it's common shorthand for mobile phone, which in the US would be a cell phone.
That's true.
Or mobile phone.
Your mobile goes.
In the US, it's often used for the phrase mobile home, which could be anything from a caravan to a motorhome in Great Britain.
I saw you leaving Pablo Chacon's compound, and we both know if I search your mobile home, what I find.
Even more confusing if you're talking about the mobile that hangs over
Yeah.
a baby's cot. This can again be pronounced differently in
Mobile.
certain parts of the States.
Mobile.
and
That's what I
sounds
call
more
it.
Like mobile.
So I think that one definitely, I think the British version actually is pronounced the way the word looks more
I
than
know.
it is here.
I was thinking that.
So a lot of times, like we were just talking about, a lot of times it seems like we pronounce the stuff as it looks, but some words
But in
like,
that case,
yeah, mobile, you're pronouncing the I. We're not. We're pronouncing it mobile, like mobile,
like MOBLE
BLE.
or something. Mobile.
or how would you say just MOBLE if there was such a word? I don't think there is such a word. Is there?
No, because if I did MOBLE, I would pronounce it mobile.
No, think about when you think about words that end with LE. A lot of times you don't say Lee or
no,
lay.
it's mobile.
Yeah, same thing though. Like I get what you're saying, right? But you're not pronouncing the L or E there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so how would you say this?
This one, I can't imagine a different pronunciation. Scone.
That's how I pronounce it. But I don't know if I've heard. Yes, I know I've heard it actually because I've done videos
Scone.
where they talked about these before, and it is pronounced differently.
Oh.
Yes.
What?
Yes, it's pronounced.
Okay, that's kind of blowing
You
my
can't.
mind.
You can't picture another way this would be pronounced.
Scone.
Scone.
Scone. They only have maple walnut.
One of the most contested words in the English language has to be scone. Or is it scone? You'll generally find scone like tone in use in the US English.
Yes.
But if you were to actually come to the UK, things get a lot more complex. The debate around exactly what these baked goods are called has been fiercely raging for years, and differs depending on what region you're in. If you're in the south of England or the Republic of Ireland, you'll also hear scone like tone, but Northern Ireland, Northern England, Wales and Scotland all usually use the shorter scone. People will still understand what you mean. no matter
interesting.
what you
That's
say,
crazy that
though.
even over in the UK, they
Number 4,
have a
garage.
differentiation. Oh, what? Garage.
Garage. Wow. Okay, that's different.
Okay, we say this one fancier than they do.
Garage. Garage. I'm going to go park my car in the garage.
Yeah, we definitely say it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I do believe that garage sounds fancier than garage. Garage would actually be how I think the U.S. version would normally be. Like when you think of the way we pronounce other words, it seems like we would say garage and they would say garage.
Makes me wonder how you guys pronounce carriage then, because that's Carriage.
Garage? No way. No way. I think they probably say something similar to carriage. I know I've heard carriage before, but I can't think of how they said it. I don't know. Interesting.
That surprises me.
A word with too many pronunciations for its own good. It's often pronounced with a long A at the end in America, sounding more like garage. But this way also crops up in the south of England.
There's a garage.
If you come further north, however, you'll find yourself hearing garage more often than not, shortening the word. There are a few contextual differences too. In the UK, when your car needs repairs, you take it to a garage, while in the US, your car might be in the shop.
Yep.
I mean, we say both. The car garage.
So we say garage. If you're in the south of England, you're going to say how do they say it? Garage, I believe. Garage. And then if you're in the north of England, and did he say in Ireland too? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
But it was garage. Just plain garage.
I think he said in France. They pronounce it. Yeah, he said in France. I thought he said garage or something like that. Garage. They combine it somehow.
I don't remember hearing anything about France.
I thought.
I don't know.
Wait. I know how they say this, I think.
Well, first off, I think generally speaking, they use the term advert more in the UK.
Yeah, they shorten it a lot more.
Yeah.
Advertisement is what I feel like they probably say.
I think you're on to something there. Something like that, I believe. I don't know.
We say advertisement.
Yeah, I say, advertisement. Which, advertisement. There's another word we literally say exactly as it looks. Advertisement.
Yeah.
I think they say advertisement or something like that. Advertisement.
All right, let's see.
Advertisement. It's not often you'll actually hear somebody say the whole word these days. Normally it's reduced to the much quicker ad in English-speaking countries.
Yeah, ad.
But it can be a little jarring to hear advertisement if someone says it differently. Problems arise in the middle syllable, with some saying tis and others saying ties, as well as putting the stress in different places.
Yeah.
As if that wasn't weird enough, uses of the word also vary, as the ads on television are still called ads in the UK, but become commercials in the States.
That's true.
Is a more common British shortening than ad to begin
It's interesting.
with.
Okay.
I know this. I know how they say this.
I know. I don't even know how they say this.
But probably in the movies. Vitamin.
They say vitamin. We say vitamin. Vitamin. Potato. Tomato.
What do you think number one's going to be?
I have no idea, but I'm 99% sure they say vitamin.
Yeah.
Do you say vitamin? I think. Now, the interesting thing I want to say real quick is that some of these, he's talked about how different it's said in, say, the south of England versus the north of England and Scotland and into Ireland.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how, especially within one country like England, it could be different. But again, well, do we really say words differently if you go from here to California? Where accents are different, but
the pronunciation could be a little
different, but
especially in the South.
But the question is,
New York or
yeah,
it's all about how you put your mouth when you say it,
which has a lot to do with your accent.
Yeah.
So it's true. Your accent is everything when it comes to pronouncing.
Accents are so interesting to me.
They are.
I love learning about them.
Yeah, that's something else she's decided to check out soon is accents.
Oh yeah.
She has no idea what to expect here because it's insane when you realize how many accents are in the UK and
Yeah.
Ireland, right? They're
bet.
I mean, you think we got a lot of accents in the US, and just wait. In a much smaller area, their accents change like every village. I mean,
Oh my
like
goodness.
not quite that drastic, but it's pretty crazy. But
Okay, let's move on.
anyway, yeah.
Number 2, vitamin. We know they're important and we need to make sure we have enough of certain ones, but the jury is still out on what the best way to say the word is. In the UK, you'll hear vitamin with a small I, but in the US, it becomes vitamin
Big I.
as though it's a capital I. The short I pronunciation is a lot more common throughout the world than the American variant.
Okay,
The
well,
word being
hit
said
pause.
this way
Hold on,
across
we will.
Europe, and you may even run into it in Canada, where the two lexicons are thoroughly mixed. Number 1.
Okay. Before we move on to the last one, I wonder how, since they say vitamin, I wonder how they pronounce vital or vitality.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Do they pronounce it like us, or do they say
Vital.
vital and vitality?
Vitality.
Vitality. I don't know.
That's interesting because we would be vitamin, vital, vitality, all of us the same. And so if that would be the same over there, it would be vitamin, vitality, and vital, right?
Vital. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
Vital.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments, guys. How do you say those words? You say vitamin, but do you say vital or vital or vitality or vitality?
I would
Or maybe
say
something different.
Vital.
Vital.
Vitality. I don't know.
Vitality. Now this one
Oh
is
gosh.
this is one that people struggle
Wait.
with anyway. What?
Why is there an extra I in there? It's aluminum.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe our pronunciation. Well, we're going to have to go look this up afterwards because that does seem aluminum.
Because the way it's there is aluminium.
That's true.
But we don't put an extra I in. We
do.
say aluminum.
Oh, I wish we had the foil up here so we could see.
It's there's no extra I.
Yeah, you look
There's
at
only one
you look at foil enough to know that, don't you?
Yeah, I just
She
use
cooks
it.
all the time, so she would know. And I think you're right. I don't recognize the extra I. That's true. So we're not even talking about the same
word
spelling.
Yeah.
So obviously, if we don't have the same spelling, we wouldn't say it the same.
No.
But how would you say this particular word? Then?
Aluminium.
Aluminium. I would too. Aluminium. That's
But
how
without the extra I.
I say
in.
aluminum. Yeah, aluminum.
All right, let's listen. Let's see what they say.
1. Aluminium.
Aluminium.
This is one of the rare cases where a change in pronunciation has also caused a change in the spelling.
Okay.
They really do skip out on the second I in North America. But actually, this is one instance where the Americans might be right. Humphrey Davy, the British chemist who first
Interesting.
created the element, wanted it to be called aluminum, in line with other alloys like platinum, but he had a lot of critics who wanted aluminium, more like magnesium.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Aluminium. Okay, you say it.
It's aluminum.
Aluminum.
Okay. Eddie?
While Davy used
I
his
love that
spelling,
show.
other
So funny.
scientists used their own. In 1828, Noah Webster used aluminum in Webster's dictionary, though official chemistry bodies prefer the other version. Today, both are recognized as acceptable. Do you agree?
That's funny.
All right. They always on these videos say, "Do you agree with our list?" I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't feel like we're wrong, but
I mean, we're definitely wrong on pronouncing it the British way.
right.
But you know, I mean,
But it's like saying someone's accent is wrong to
right,
me. Like,
right. I mean, it's
is it
like
though?
it's just the
'Cause-
way you pronounce
yeah.
things. I mean, I think as long as you understand what the person is saying, everything's all good. As long as it's similar. Like if someone says tomato, okay, that's
Right.
fine. I don't think twice about it if someone did, or potato or anything, because as long as I understand what you're saying,
It's all good.
I can't think of any of these that I would misunderstand. You know, if someone was, if I had never heard anybody, well, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say go garage before, but I would know what they were saying if they came to me and
It's
said,
not in context for
right,
sure.
I'm gonna.
I mean,
I
it might
do you
take
have
me back a little bit, but
do you have a garage for me to park the car? I would totally get what they were saying, and I wouldn't, you know, wouldn't be a big thing. But I love these types
I
of
do too.
things.
It's fun.
Learning this type of stuff is really fun, guys. But what do you think? Were these the way you say these words in the UK?
I think the most surprising to me was scone. To know that
Scone,
different
or
places
scone.
of the UK say it differently, even.
Yeah, that's true. So, it was scone,
Scone
and
and scone. Scone.
scone. So
They lessen the O, I think. Like we say scone.
we say
Scone.
we say scone.
Yeah. And they say scone.
Scone.
It's
Scone.
softer, I
And
think.
there's scone, and then there's
Scone.
scone,
Yeah.
and the scone, scone, scone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, this was fun.
It was fun.
You got anything else you want to say?
No.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And don't forget to subscribe to continue to follow us on our journey to discover our British and Irish ancestry. Till next time, guys. Peace.
Bye.